Welcome to Akello Dayan TV.
Welcome.
It's good to have you here, and this is a very important topic we need to talk about. We can't let this slip away. This one, we must talk about it.
Because it affects so many
It
people.
affects so many people, so many people. So the topic is, drum roll please. Finding and keeping you in marriage. Finding and keeping you in marriage.
Yeah. Why do we say finding? I think because so many people lose themselves in marriage. Once
Yes.
they get married, they can their dreams or shelve, their dreams and aspirations. Stuff that they've always wanted to do, kind of family life kind of takes over.
Exactly. Marriage should not be the death, the end of you.
It should
Of
not.
your dreams, of your goals, of your personal progress. It should not be. Actually, marriage ought to provide a conducive environment for you to be the best version of yourself, for you to advance yourself, your dreams, your goals. Because you're not meant to be an escort to your spouse.
Nah.
Tagging along in their life.
Just tagging along. Yeah, while actually half the time
Yes.
it happens that one person is thriving.
Yes.
They're
living their best life.
They're living their best
Yes.
life while you're feeling suffocated and feeling almost suppressed.
Yes.
Yeah, your dreams are just suppressed. You feel like you just cannot go out there and just be your best self.
Yeah. And sometimes when you're the person who's not progressing, you get jealous of your spouse who is progressing. And then you start making those very unpleasant remarks.
Yeah.
So you think you're that special. So you think just because you got a promotion now you're
this, that, or
yeah.
You think because you earn the most money now you can tell me this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Because you're unfulfilled. You are unfulfilled as an individual, and so you're taking it out on your spouse who feels fulfilled. Why? Because they never forget themselves. They never forget who they are. And this is for us men, because a lot of the times our wives are supporting our dreams. Our wives are there, they're making sure that we pursue our very, 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 very best.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, fellow man. Do you know your wife's dream?
Do you?
Do you know your wife's dream? Have you ever sat down and asked her, darling, forget about being a mother, forget about being a wife. What is your dream? What is your dream as a woman, as a person, as an individual? And what's my role to help you accomplish it?
Because a lot of women, sometimes, we have children and sometimes maybe in the middle of studying and then that kind of gets shelved.
Yeah.
Or that kind of thing, you just make sure that you're encouraging your wife, come on, go on and finish that degree, or come on, keep pursuing that career. Having children should not be the end of dreams.
Exactly.
It shouldn't sort of overtake every other thing.
Because those children that you're having, those children that you're raising, once they start getting into teenagehood and coming to the age of 18, they're going to move out and start a life of their own.
Start doing their own thing.
What will you be left with? What will you be left with as you, as a person? This is why it is important to not only find you, but also to keep you, to maintain yourself, to make sure that you as an individual, you are growing. Because marriage is made of two whole people. Marriage is not half plus half equals one. It is one whole one plus another whole one equals one.
Yeah.
So are you whole? Are you whole as an individual?
Are you whole?
Whole?
Have you, after getting married, did you stop talking to your friends? Like you made, this person become your everything.
Every single, and that is so draining.
It's so draining.
It is so draining. It's dangerous.
As well, because this is where when that person fails you in any way, shape or form, the first thing you're thinking of is suicide.
Yes.
Because you've made them your everything. You don't have anything outside of them. You don't have friends. You don't have, some even family.
Yes.
Your family.
You cut off everyone.
You almost cut off everyone for this person, and that should not be. You shouldn't lose yourself like
Exactly. And your spouse is a mere human being, not your God.
Right.
Not your God.
No, your mini God.
Oh, not your mini. Yeah, he or she is not the center of your universe.
Should not be.
Those statements sound good on love songs, but let's be
and
real.
In movies.
And in movies, but let's be real. Your life doesn't revolve around a human being.
No.
He or she is your life partner, not the center of your universe. So that now, because your spouse is bound to, they are human, so they might let you down, they might fall short here and there. And because you put too much pressure on them being the reason for your worth.
And sometimes the person feeling the pressure is totally overwhelmed.
Yes.
It's totally overwhelmed and it's suffocating. When someone is so needy that they don't have their own thing, they're so needy, they suffocate you.
It is suffocating. And then your spouse starts to avoid you because literally you are too overbearing, too overwhelming.
Too much for them.
You're demanding too much. And simply because you're not fulfilled as a person. Do you want to find fulfillment in your marriage? First of all, be fulfilled as an individual. When you're fulfilled as an individual, then your marriage will bring you fulfillment. It is not marriage that brings you fulfillment. It is you being fulfilled as an individual. Then you add value to your marriage, and then marriage adds value to you.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. It's an inside job. Now imagine how wonderful it will be if a fulfilled husband is with a fulfilled wife. It's beautiful. And it feels so good when you as a husband, you're checking out your wife succeeding and prospering in her own right and
lane.
measure. Yes. And the same thing goes back to the husband. Let me tell you guys something. There's one time I was going to this financial institution. So I'm over there walking, I usually have this interesting walking style. If some of you have watched me walking here, I have a very interesting walking style. So I'm walking, and then this lady comes and then she tells me, "Oh, you are Akelo's husband." Oh my goodness. That felt so good that I'm being seen just by her, because she's a whole star by herself. She carries her own glory, her own shine, and she's not hiding behind me. She's not my shadow. She's an individual just by herself. Yes. And for me, that's so good. It feels good whenever you see your spouse glowing and shining on their own. You feel proud. Whenever I get to hear people speak highly of her, I'm like, for sure. She's an amazing person, and it feels good. Now imagine if she was a shadow. Imagine if she was just, barely escorting me. That would have been no. But now when you're sitting somewhere and then people are praising your spouse, you feel really good.
You do.
Yeah, so imagine you giving your spouse that gift of just feeling proud of you, because you are also pursuing your dreams, you're doing great things, you're advancing, you're growing, you're investing in yourself, you are growing holistically.
Yeah.
Very important. And in case you're there, you're listening to us and you feel lost. Maybe you've been in that marriage and you feel lost. You're like, oh my goodness, you guys are speaking to me. I forgot me. So how do you find yourself? Ask yourself this very important question. When you die as an individual, what do you want to be remembered for? You as an individual, what's your legacy? What do you want to be your contribution to this generation? What do you want to be that thing that we can identify you with, that X? This is what it is that they are about. This is what it is that they do. So that, what gives you fire? What makes you feel so much fulfillment when you do it? What will you do even if you're not being paid? You just do it over and over and over and just enjoy. You're so good at that thing. You're so good at that thing. Yes, you can be making money off of it, but even if you're not, you will still do it because
sometimes it's about blessing lives as well. It's not just about money all the time.
Yeah, because maybe your thing is starting a children's home. Maybe your thing is just blessing people. Maybe you start
feeding the homeless. Starting something for women.
Or for the older generation or something like that. Or educating the boy child or the girl child or whatever it is. Whatever is your thing. What is your thing? Find your thing, grow your thing, and keep your thing. And as you do so, your marriage will have less pressure and your marriage will find fulfillment.
Yes, absolutely.
So remember you are one whole person.
Remember you. Don't forget you.
Yes.
It's very important for your own well-being.
Exactly.
Your own mental health. It's emotional well-being.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to just have another outlet.
Exactly.
Instead of just focusing on this one thing. Don't lose yourself in marriage.
Don't lose yourself.
Especially my women.
You heard it from your fellow sister.
When kids come, you know,
yeah.
don't just be like, okay, I'm now a wife, I'm now a mother, and that's it.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
You can be so many other things too. You can be an entrepreneur. You know, you can be a motivational speaker. You can be a YouTuber.
Yeah. There's so many things.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
You still can. You still can wear the mother hat. You still can wear the wife hat, and still be so many other things.
So many other things.
And do it all well.
Exactly.
And do it all in heels.
All of it in heels. Like, hey, okay, there you go. Look fashionable as you do it. And to the men, you know, there's more to being a man than paying bills. There's more to being a man than just being there and being the provider for the family. You know, there's more to that. There's more to that.
Yes.
There's that thing that brings you fire. That brings that thing that you can transfer to the next generation as your legacy. There's that thing. So find your thing. Find it. Don't just be paying bills and getting through life. No, find your thing. Life is for the living.
Exactly. Your life is more than just being a provider. You know, there's so much more to you than just that.
Yes.
There's value inside of you.
Yes.
Beyond what you can give monetarily.
Exactly. In as much as marriage is beautiful, there is more to life than marriage.
There is.
There is more to life than marriage. Even before you knew your spouse, you entered into this world alone. Just solo. And when your life gets to end, you shall give an account for your life solo. You won't be like, hey, I was Akelo's husband. Yeah, that's when you were on earth, but what did you do as an individual? You know what? Find you, keep you. And we wish you the very best of love. Very best.